Hi lovers, hi, how are you guys doing? Hilma Daniel here. Please welcome to my channel. There's something that I need us to discuss at this very moment. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the videos, don't forget to comment, engage in the comments down below. Just be respectful, and keep your comments very respectful. We are learning. This channel is a channel that most of the topics that we talk about, we are trying to pick something from. Some of the things comes from our own experiences, some of the things comes from things that I'm hearing from other people, but we really try our level best to tackle things that are happening in the world and things that we can really learn something from. Okay, just last week I was busy on the internet streets, the YouTube streets, and I came across the video that is very, very, very disturbing. It's a video of a man. What's his name? I would have. It's a video. If you go on Madam Speaker, there's an interview with a man putting on a yellow shirt and a thing on the head. I think it's yellow. It's a boy. That boy is giving a very, very touching story, and I do not even want to dwell on the problem at hand. I want to dwell on the same story. So let me take you through a little bit. So this boy is 5 years old. It's her birthday. It's his birthday. Sorry. The father is abusive towards the mother. So what happens is that this mother wants to go to her mother's place. I think it's a situation where people that are not married are together and then they've given birth to a child, and now one wants to go and celebrate the baby's birthday to her, to the woman's mother, but the man does not want her to go there. It looks like, if I can put this a story so clearly to you and in short, it looks like they then ended up escaping. How, I don't know, because I do not know what exactly transpired there. The baby was young. He was 5 years old by the time. Is it 5 or 6? I think 5. So they went to their grandmother's place, where the mother's mother's place, and they locked the mother in the room. The father came. And asked the boy, "Where's your mother?" I don't know whether the houses were close to one another or what. I don't know, but I want to believe so. The baby showed where the mother is, because the baby is young and the baby doesn't know what's happening. So the father goes, takes a thing, and then goes to open a steel thing, maybe to go and open the door. And next thing, he sees the father holding the mother by the head, and they went. When they went where they went, the father went to the cupboards, took the knife, and started stabbing the mother in the neck. And next thing, the mother is laying on the ground and in the pool of blood. And next thing, the father starts the car, comes and takes the mother's body to the car. The grandmother now is running towards the father to say, "Can you please at least leave the body here so that we call the ambulance?" And he drives off with the body. He drives off with the body. The kids were taken out of the house to the neighbor's house. And then next, he's seeing the mother in the box. And he's asking, "What happened to my mother?" "No, your mother is sleeping. He's coming now." And also, when he left with the father, the child is asking, where's my mother?" "No, your mother she just went away. She will be back. No, mother is just resting. She will be okay." Until when the father's family took the child, and then they introduced the child to the father's sister as introduced the father to the father's sister as I'm worried if this video is going to be long. I'm very worried. If not, then we are going to re-record it, but it's okay. Okay, and as this is your mother now. The father's sister is now the mother to to the boy. Okay. Now what's happening is they raise the child. This is your new mother now. Okay, they raised the child. The child started growing up at the age of 12. He's now asking, he's now awake and he's asking, where's my real mother? You are not my mother. I remember my mother and I remember my father. Because now the baby knows what killing is and he knows what stabbing is. He remembers, he recalls what happens, and now he understands what's happening. At the age of 12, you definitely understand a thing or two. And they're telling him, that's your mother, stop asking us about your mother. And the child also happened to be abused verbally and work-wise, and maybe not being too taken care of like that. Okay. Now this child ended up going to the guy next door, and the guy was smoking something, and then he just went there to tell the guy that I am having these problems and these problems and these problems, and the guy was like, you know, if you have these problems, just take this thing and smoke. You forget about your problems. And the boy smoked, and then the problems were gone for a while, and he kept now going back to that thing of smoking so that the problems goes away. Now I'm scared because I'm scared this thing is gonna go off. Okay, hey lovers, I'm back. I think, okay, I'm back. The thing got full. Okay. Okay, let us talk now. It's not a problem. We are gonna put them together in a way. Now, I need us to talk, guys. I need us to talk, and I need us to, address something very, very important, and that is, we then need something. We need to address something that is very, very serious, and that is trauma in children leading them to drugs. Trauma in children leading them to drugs. Sometimes I have somebody very, very close to me that have a story that is very, very touching. I wish one day they can feel comfortable to come and tell their story. One day, one of the good days when they are ready and they're prepared, I think they can, if they can, which might also educate a few people out there, if they can come out and tell their stories, that would really be nice. Okay. One thing, and I'm going to really, really speak with authority because I think first of all, I want to say, dear parents, first of all, when you are raising children, when we are raising children, there's so much happening in the world. These kids might turn to the wrong places and never come back. Some do come back, some find challenges to come back. But these traumas that we install in children's heads, and they are just babies. It's so sad. So this child ended up being a drug addict. He ended up hating the father. He does not want anything to do with the father. He ended up being kicked out of the house, and he ended up being on his own. It's now later on that the mother sister, now they communicated, and they, he went to rehab. First he relapsed, and then he went to rehab again, and he ended up, being okay and being cleaner for almost 10 months, according to what he said. And one of the things that he said that I want to put out here is that he said something which I strongly support. He said, friends, if you want to quit drugs, first of all, you should make a decision inside your heart there to say, me and drugs, we are completely done. Okay. One thing that he spoke about is friends. You have got, unfortunately, in this moment of trying to let go of everything, you must forget about friends. When you go to rehab, when we parents are trying, or people that have people with this drug problem are trying to get our people rehabs. Let us try to get our people rehab that are very strict, and that do not sell cigarettes. Because then what he is explaining is that we do have rehabs that sell cigarettes. You are going for rehab, and he understood that when you go to rehab, there are no cigarettes, there are no alcohol, there are no what, but they're selling cigarettes. Some of them are not that serious, that some drugs are being brought in the rehabs with the food parcels. Yeah? So as parents, do proper research when you are taking your children to rehab. Yeah? Secondly, because as parents also, or parents or people that have children, we do have people with children that are doing drugs, and they just don't know what to do. You know, these people, they act differently. We have got the ones that are cool. They're doing drugs and they're just cool. If you find them there, you wouldn't think they're doing drugs. They are calm. They wouldn't harm you. And you have got the ones, they just act out of order. They just act out of order. And you just feel pity for them. And you've got the ones that just don't have manners. And you've got the ones that are just quiet. So I think these things affect people differently. Maybe depending on what you are smoking, they affect people differently. But all in all, what I want to say is that I don't see any good in these things. And they do affect children so badly. I don't know about adults. Maybe people that are adult, they don't make you. They make you poor. They make you lose focus. They make you lose focus completely. Like you lose focus. You can't do anything. They make you lazy. You don't want to do anything. They make you just walk around having self-pity. They make you dwell in the past in a way. They make you dwell in the past. You don't go forward. You are just there. You're not really going forward. You're just stuck up there. But what I want to say that first of all, let me pass on education that I picked up from that video. And now to you children, one thing that you find yourself, first thing first, do not touch these things. They are very difficult to leave. Do not touch these things. They are very difficult to leave. When you now find yourself in this situation, let me speak to people that now have already found themselves in these situations. Your friends. This person spoke about alcohol. And I want to strongly support, because once you drink alcohol, your brain, the way of thinking, even the way of walking is not straight. You don't think straight. Alcohol does something to people's brain. That's why alcohol is for people that are adults that knows what they are doing. So that when enough is enough, then you can say, enough is enough. I'm not drinking anymore. So what I want to say is that alcohol, stay away from alcohol. So when you are stopping these things, stay away from everything. Alcohol, no cigarettes, no smoking. Because the moment you think cigarettes are okay, even with parents, sometimes you go like, if he's smoking cigarettes, it's fine. The drugs is the most dangerous one. No, all of these things must stop. Because when he stops the other side, then he relapses on this side. Then he becomes an addict for cigarettes. So you are trying to cure these smoking problems in this person. This person might just go completely clean. And unfortunately, alcohol is part of it. And I want to believe this person. Because then you have to leave alcohol, you have to leave drugs, you have to leave cigarettes, you have to leave everything. Eat healthy, exercise, keep yourself busy, and keep yourself moving. And make a decision that you are not going back there. Withdrawal symptoms. Be prepared for withdrawal symptoms. Learn the different types of withdrawal symptoms and be prepared to go through it. It's painful. It's what it is, but then you've got to go through those withdrawal symptoms. Another thing that I want to talk about is that he spoke about his friends. He says sometimes you can say you are not smoking, you haven't been smoking in a while, and then your friends calls you, hi, how are you? We are chilling, we are having a braai, we are having something. Then you go chill with them. Next, you have a drink. You have another drink. A drink leads to another drink. A drink leads to another drink. That is how you relapse. Hence, it's very important sometimes to stay away from going out and just stay away. And some of these things also, they do take self-control. But however, you will need to face the world one day. But I think it's better to stay away for a longer period of time so that then when you face the world again, you know you did not smoke these things in a very long time, and then maybe you choose the different lifestyle from the previous lifestyle. But life have to continue. You will have got to attend parties. You have got to be around people that are drinking. You have got to, but you just need to, in a way, I don't know. I'm just trying to help where I can, but I don't know, because I've never really been in this situation, though I've seen some of these things very, very close to me. When I say close to me, very, 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 very close to me, you know. And I wish sometimes these people might come and tell their stories. But one thing that I want, rehab won't help you if you yourself, you are not ready to leave. You must make a decision to say, me, I want to leave. But one thing that I want to talk about is that, dear people of the world, we are ruining children's futures. Can we please be nice? I do not know how many times I must come on this internet and say, can we be nice to people? More especially to children. These children are way too young and small. Can we be nice to children, please? Us that knows better, can we be nice to children, please? It breaks my heart when I listen to people telling their stories of how they suffered as children. And then they just have these memories. They don't know what to do with them. And then next thing, they just find themselves on drugs. And next thing, they are addicted. Next thing, they are drug addicts. I am speaking to you very nicely to say, can we please? Because what you are ruining, these children are going to be future husbands, are going to be future fathers to children, are going to be future people. They are going to have a future. But people that are just going to be relapsing, and they just go back to moments of whatever happens to them when they were children. They just go back there. You know, it's so disturbing. As a normal human being, sometimes really you look at children and go like, oh, the child have carried so much. You know, when you are an elder and you are facing something, you are prepared. Us as elders now, we are prepared for some situations to say life is tough, life is hard. A small child does not even know what life is hard is. It's just living life. And next thing, you are doing these things to children. Stop raping children. Stop abusing children. Stop starving children. Stop it. Stop it. Stop starving children when there's food. Stop it. There's food and you are just telling the child you are not eating. The child did something wrong, you are punishing a person. A small child is punishing a child, is just locking the child in the garage. Then come 3-4 days, the child is not eating food. What are you doing? What are you doing? Can we stop? Can we stop, please? We are asking this so very nicely. Can we please stop? It does not matter how you were abused as a child. If you turned out okay, please don't pass on the same treatment to children, because that you know that is not nice. And not all children are going to turn out like you. Because really we have situations where some people suffer abuse because some people suffered abuse because some people suffered abuse. And I'm going to make a video separately on children to be careful around church people. I'm going to make a different video because it looks like, more especially when you are hurt in an environment where there's Jesus. It's even worse because now you grow up to question God and want nothing to do with God when God is the only answer to getting you out of some of these things. Now imagine you are now stuck into this thing, you are full of bad memories, and you do not want anything to do with God, because then you ask yourself a question. Because I've seen somebody asking me a question and the person says to me, where was God when I was going through all these things? In that moment, I paused. That is a valid question. When I was going through all these things, where was God? Why did he allow me to go through all these things? Why didn't he protect me? And at that moment, we pause. Can we stop it, please? Can we stop abusing children? We are messing up children, and these children are going to mess up the next generation, and this generation is going to mess up the next generation. We are going through a lot in life. Now imagine this person becomes a drug addict. He goes and gets and be a father. Okay, you do not know what footsteps these children are going to follow. And you do not know what the next generation is going to follow. And you do not know what the next generation is going to follow. You are messing up generations of generations of generations. There are some people that really get lucky, they get good women, they stick by them, they build family, they have helpers. How about those ones that don't? You know, everybody, and also to all of us, the biggest lesson is that I am really to understand that almost everybody have a story to tell. Not everybody that is doing drugs just woke up and started doing drugs. Shashina Harukovako. We are having people that really just woke up and they're just doing drugs for fun and they become addicts. Some people, drugs was just a way of escaping traumas or thoughts or memories. And then they become addicts in the middle of everything. We cannot, it breaks my heart. In ways, almost every person have a story. Ne? There are people that are doing drugs, but if you are to sit with those people, almost everybody have a story to tell. However, we have people now that are dealing with people with drug problems. It can be wives, it can be mothers, it can be children dealing with parents that are addicts. These people, I think I need to make time, and we are gonna make videos with time when the time rises, so that we tackle some of these topics and see how well and best we can help each other. It looks like nobody is talking about drugs, and it's becoming a problem. It's a problem to our children. It's a problem to us. It's a problem. It's a problem. This thing is not even supposed to be solved to begin with. It's a problem. We must make awareness. We really honestly have parents that are dealing and they're suffering, and it's their children, and they are really suffering because of their children doing drugs, and they just don't know what to do. We need awareness around drugs. We also need to be kind to each other and nice to each other, and we need and let us not give up on people just because they found themselves in this dark place. Let us not give up on, not give up on them. Let us give them a little bit of hope, and hoping that one day, they can, be better people. If it's our family members, let us not give up on them. Where we can, let us try to get them help. Let us try to get them rehabs. Let us try to speak to them. Discipline should be there, but let us not give up on them. However, I also need the drug addicts to understand one thing, and that's one thing that I also picked up from that guy, to say that people also get tired. When you are being assisted, can you put in your work, and can you give it your all? Can you also come to the table, come to the party? Yeah? Don't feel like people are trying to, control you, or trying to, maybe it's a mindset at the moment, but take time to understand that when people are helping you, they're really, really helping you, and they mean well, and they mean good for you. Okay? Yeah, this topic really touched me. It really, really touched me, and it touched me to the core. May we not contribute to our children's doing drugs. Ne? We need to understand that we have a responsibility in our actions. We are responsible for the things that we do. Can we try to carry ourselves correctly as parents and as elders? Ne? Because really, honestly, kids are suffering. Kids are suffering. The environment is already not coming to the table. Kids of nowadays are not being raised by the society. We were raised by the society. Kids of nowadays are not being raised by the society already. And there's just so much in the streets. You go in the corner, they say, bah. You go in the corner, now pay for a corner. They are like, the world is just messed up. So can we please, let us listen to our children, and let us try our level. We are not going to be perfect, but let us try. Let us also be prayerful. And also, when we say we are Christians, can we behave ourselves as Christians? Because now when we are behaving differently, we are confusing children. We cannot just be Christians by the mouth. Can we also behave like Christians do behave? Can we behave? Can we try our level best? It's not easy, but can we try our level best? The way of God they are not, we cannot sit here and say easy. We can just talk about no sex before marriage. Let us just start there. A lot of us didn't come here. And I should say, percentages now are not coming here. And those are the ways of God. The rest are there. Can we just try our level best, please? What we can try, we can try. But let us not harm children, please. Harming children is just way too extreme. It's too much. And nobody's speaking for the children. Nobody's defending for the children. The internet is just out here full of everybody defending adults. But what happens to the poor children? I wish one day somebody that is very close to me can really come and tell the story. And I really wish. It really, sometimes we really judge people, but we do not know their stories. And also sometimes, if you know the person is good, the person is not harmful, the person is not what, the person is not, sometimes let us not throw each other away. But though there are people that are dangerous, that you just know that, no, this is a no-go area. But can we try to be there for one another? More especially people that have suffered. Enough, guys. Let us stop making each other suffer. It's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. What I read here in the story that I shared, and so much that I have to share, it's heartbreaking. If we can please, let us try. let us try our level best. And also, children, stay away from drugs. Stay away from anything that you are being offered to smoke just because it's making you feel good. Stay away from such things. Ne? Stay away from things that you are being offered in the streets. Stay away from ways that are not too okay. Sometimes really you are going through a situation and no one is going to help you out and you feel stuck and you don't know what to do. But sometimes learn to run to the police station, speak to somebody there. Somebody might help you out. Try other alternatives. And we understand you do not have this knowledge because you are too small. But, yeah, let me end here. This is very emotional for me because listening to this story, and I've already listened to other people's stories that I know in life, it breaks my heart. It tears my heart into pieces. Can we be good to children? If you know you are not capable of taking care of somebody's child, leave that child alone. If you know, whoever you are, even if you are a stepmother, even if you are just a family member, even if you are just a what, if you know that I am unable to take care of this child, I will cause this child traumas, stay away from the child. Say no, you cannot. You are unable to raise the child. Rather than taking in somebody's child and then you abuse them and then you make them traumas and then you just disturb the children's future. Don't do that. And as parents, can we please watch where we are taking our children? Like this was a situation where somebody killed their mother, so the mother couldn't do anything. The family was powerful. The father apparently never went to jail. He's busy roaming in the streets, happy, nothing happening to him. And they paid off people. So that person, nobody went to jail. So you can just imagine. And here you are not rich, and here you are, yeah, let us be nice to each other, guys. There are people going through a lot, and that is parents with children doing drugs, and wives with husbands doing drugs, husbands with wives doing drugs, parents with children with parents doing drugs. Yeah, we will do more research and we'll get to more topics, more especially on drug issues, and we will talk. But the main reason why I'm putting these things here is because somehow we are contributing to children getting themselves in those situations. Can we try our level best not to do that? Sometimes children are getting themselves there. How do we get them out of there? How do we prevent them from even getting there? How do we even prevent them from even getting there? Because we don't want them to get there. That is a dark place and it's very difficult to live. Once you enter there, you'll be living, going back, living, whatever that thing is, we don't know. And it's just like a god, like you are worshipping it. You just can't live your life without it. I just don't know. It's something that we don't understand, but it's something that we do not want for our children. So can we try our level best to treat children right? It's very important. That's it from me, Helma Danielle. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.